First thing, car is very important. It's not just something you get because it can start or it can end your life if not taken properly care of.
Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Day we hustle, but the night we know that they ride or die. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side.
If you don't need it and it's not something important, don't get a car. You just take the bus. But if you do, make sure you have a steady source of income. A car will cost you minimum of $500 every month. No, what am I saying? Is that? No pay.
No pay is no key.
So today I'm with my friend. His name is Stanley. He's a Nigerian. He's 19 years old, turning 20, and he's been here in Canada for almost 3 years now. Find it interesting to vlog him because he's a student here. Taking up what course? Engineering. And the reason why I wanted to vlog him is because he just got his car, new car. Woohoo! And he's a student that doesn't have any credit history. That's why it's hard for him to purchase a car. But we'll have interview him today because yesterday he just got a new car. Not a new car, but a second-hand car, but still. He got his own car now through financing through a dealership, but we'll have to ask him what was the requirement. So Stanley, tell my viewers what you do, what was the requirement, how did you pass, how did you get this car?
So, first of all, you have to have a bad credit, okay? Have a bad credit, okay? Have a bad credit, okay? Have a bad credit, okay?
Credit?
Not necessarily though, but then your credit score can be perfect. You're a student, you're only here for 2 years, no one trusts you with a car, it's understandable. So what you have to do is, get a job. And you have to have minimum of at least 3 paychecks, or I don't know, just get a good job.
Turn left here, turn left here.
Okay. Get a good job that pays well. Okay. You have to, like I said, you have to be making good money, so they know that even if you receive if your father or mother I meant to say, sends you money, it still works. They can still approve you, but then it comes with a rate of at least 12%.
So meaning to say, even if you don't work, as long as you
have steady income from your parents, yes, exactly, and you have to prove it.
And you have to prove it. Okay.
Exactly. Okay. So and what I noticed is, with the state of the way Canada is right now, even if you have a perfect credit, you're only looking at a rate of at least 9-point-something%, which is not the best, but I mean it's still usable. But then with the dealership I used, the rate is from 12% to about 16 or 17%.
So that is actually so high. Compared to a normal, if you have a credit score,
or if you're a PR or a citizen, exactly. Yeah. So
so tell us a little bit of story when you were trying to apply from a different dealership and you were rejected, right?
Yeah. So I applied my first dealership at We Sell Autos, and I got denied. They said I wasn't a PR and I needed a co-signor.
You need a co-signer?
Yeah, I needed a co-signer, but my aunt wasn't comfortable at that point, or she wasn't going to co-sign for me with the car. And then I decided to use another means. I went to a different dealership, and she still co-signed. But then when it got to the bank, they asked for my SIN number.
Okay, SIN number. Okay.
Yeah, they asked for my SIN number, so I couldn't do what I wanted to do because I didn't have a. Because when they ask for your SIN number, when the bank is asking for your SIN number, and obviously it starts from 9, they automatically decline. So that's a red flag. That's what the dealership tried to let me know, and then they told me that my application was not approved. So the dealership I went to, which is the Birchwood Credit Solution.
Birchwood Credit Solution, okay.
Yeah, so this guy specializes in helping people who have bad credit from the bank, or people who were not approved for the bank. I mean, it could be a different reason, like maybe bankruptcy or something like that.
But in your case, you don't have you don't have bad credit, but just because you don't have a credit history yet, that's why.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
That's like the main reason why mine was like that. Then you have to drop a minimum down payment, and I dropped the minimum down payment of about $2,500, which is
like
the minimum. You can't go less than that if you're trying to get a car.
Okay.
So
compared to our first dealership that we went, they ask you for $5,000, right?
Oh yeah. They asked me for $5,000 so they could do what they call in-house financing, you know.
I see. So this one is way better than.
This one is way better. But then, I'm done this one.
Okay. So I'm trying to interview him and also teach him. Guide him to because he knows already how to drive, but he doesn't have the license yet. Oh, by the way, he's still not fully licensed. He's still a learner. Oh, you can go because Okay, I'm trying. He doesn't have the full license yet. He has learners. That's why I have to guide him. Continue your story regarding so you went to a different dealership, and what are the requirements basically?
So you have to have a good steady source of income. 1.
Okay.
2, you have to be working or have a steady source of income. You have to drop a minimum of $2,500, which is what I said earlier. Those are the main things. Once you have money and your source of income is down, then these guys can approve you easily, and then you get a good. You guys have to understand that this comes with high. The risk of this is just a high percentage, and for me, I needed this car because of my job and because of school, so I was ready to take that kind of risk, So,
are you allowed to get a new car, or basically depending on what is available?
So now, but the thing is, it is more advisable to get a new car or something in the newer range. Like this car I got is a 2020 Elantra, so it is advisable to get a car like this. So in the future, if anything were to happen, should I line come first?
Yeah, you can go.
So if anything were to happen in the future, you would the car would still be new, and in case they need to claim the car for something, you are still eligible, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So say you buy a bad car of like 2017 that has like over 100,000 mileage, you cannot sell that car in case of anything happens in future, because you're still a student. You don't have a steady source of income, so if anything happens in future, you cannot sell this car, or you're going to be owing your lender or the bank money, because the car is not the worth of what it used to be. So it's advisable you get a good car that is under 100,000 kilometers, so it's easy for the bank or your lender to be able to recoup his money, and you don't put yourself under that's basically how it works though.
If you are to get a new car, were you allowed to get a new car?
Well, the thing is, the newer the car, the more expensive it is, right?
I see. But there's an option. But did they allow you, or it's just that you don't like to get the new car because it's more expensive?
Well,
because I remember.
Yeah, I think it was more expensive for me though, personally.
Because I remember when we went to the first dealership, they didn't allow you to get a new car. They just have whatever is
available at that point. You know.
Yeah.
Man, so just so you guys know, I used to be thinner than this. I've added a lot of weight, you know.
Yeah, so there is an option to get a new car. It's just for this dealership that you went.
Yes, but then it's just very expensive.
Very expensive.
But then they wouldn't advise a student to get that kind of car, because this is, I mean, why do you want to wreck yourself? Unless your father is Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, or you know someone related to those people, go ahead. You probably don't even need the dealership. You buy your car outright. But if you're trying to finance a car as a student, you should be looking at something within the range of 150 to 220. You shouldn't go above that or something, because, you know, we have other expenses like textbook, school, and I'm studying engineering. I'm trying to be a biomedical engineer. So, you know, I have other things to take care of in life.
So just so you know, guys, this car is a Hyundai Elantra, just a 2-year-old car, but it has already 93,000 kilometer of mileage in this car. So
I mean, that's not very good, but that's what made the car a little bit cheaper, because this car on the market cost about 25,000 minimum.
Yeah,
26,000, because Elantra is very good on gas for students.
Yeah,
and it's very fuel efficient, and this car was rated number 2 or 3 in safety in the US sometime last year. So it's very expensive, but then I got this car for the rate of $20,000, and after tax it's like
so that's the good side of this car. So it's really gas friendly. I can totally agree with that. I know Hyundai Elantra, and it's really easy to use car. And the only downside of this is that for the student like Stanley right now, compared to me, my car is almost the same price of his car right now, but I got it brand new. And I only have 4.5% rate that they gave me. But as a student now, you can see the downside that they somehow, I have to use the word take advantage. They're taking advantage of the student. For almost the same price of my brand new one, they also charge him 12. How much percentage?
13.
Almost 12-13%. So see the difference of the number. So that's the reason why instead of him getting a brand new car, you might as well just get something like this, just enough for him to get from point A to point B. But like I said, at least it will give some ideas to a lot of students who has the same scenario or situation of Stanley, that they will just check you on how you pay your how you take care of your money, and how good you are with your money. That's basically what credit score is all about. So with Stanley, everything, he's been here for 3 years, pay everything with cash. He didn't realize that it's important that he has built a credit score, because otherwise he could have checked his credit history, but he cannot even show anything because he doesn't have the credit score or credit history. It was difficult on his part to apply for a car loan because he doesn't have a credit history. But at least there are some car lender there that will still allow you to get, but it's just that they will take advantage of you when it comes to the rates. So hopefully you learn something. Oh, look at that.
Or like, Bridget, if I'm trying to leave this place, how do I do it? First thing, car is very important. It's not just something you get because it can start or it can end your life if it's not taken properly care of. If you don't need it and it's not something important, don't get a car. You just take the bus. But if you do, make sure you have a steady source of income. A car will cost you minimum of $500 every month. No, what am I saying? Minimum, if you drive it just to school and back, take you a minimum of $800 every month. If you pay for the car, your car is on, and car insurance, take you minimum of $800. So if you don't have $800 to spare every month, don't get a car. If you do, give me a call. Thank you.
Okay. See you around.